Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. My name is Connor. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get into this live stream. We have a lot to talk about today and we're in very exciting times, being that we are in a crypto bull market. All right, so a lot is going to be discussed today. Stick with me until the very end. Let's get into this live stream. Shout out to everybody here nice and early for the stream. I can see that the live chat is very active. You guys are already smashing up that like button, which is awesome stuff. I appreciate all of your support. Big shout out to Johnny G, Kazuya, Declan, Bullish on Parade, Ringo 37, Toby saying good morning billionaires. What's up, Toby? How are you? And shout out to everyone else. Brandon Willis, Bergen County Real Estate, Big Wave Dave, Zan Span, Let's Talk Crypto, Rahul Guru, Lucas, what's going on, everyone? I'll get to the questions in just a little bit. This is the Sunday live stream, so this is a more community-focused live stream where I will be spending a lot of time going over your questions. Anyways, nonetheless, Bitcoin is at $100,400. Ethereum is at $4,000, and we are looking bullish to start this week. Remember, it's December 8th already. We have 2 weeks until Christmas and 3 weeks until New Year's. And then it's going to be 2025. This is happening very quickly. And we're in the bull market right now. Let's see if I can find the tab that I'm looking for. All right, here is the Wall Street cheat sheet. And we are certainly, at the bare minimum, in the belief phase of the market cycle, if not already teetering in the thrill phase. All right, so we're getting up there at this point. We're definitely past optimism, crossing $100,000. I think everyone knows at this point that the rally is real. And with Bitcoin crossing above 100K, people are definitely feeling the fact that they should be fully invested now. And this just goes back to what I've said prior, that you definitely want to be fully allocated before ETH crosses 4,000. Ethereum is now at 4,000. So if you're not already allocated, again, you're probably feeling some kind of FOMO, and you're probably telling yourself it's time to get fully invested. Or as the thrill phase goes, right, you got to tell everyone to buy. It's thrilling. It's crazy. We're definitely getting up here now towards the latter stages of the market cycle. Doesn't mean it's over tomorrow. No, absolutely not. Personally, I think we're going to see a period of around 4 to 12 weeks or 1 to 3 months of altcoin outperformance going forward here, which means that it's going to get even more crazy than it's been, because as you can see by this chart, towards the end of the market cycle is when price goes up the fastest in the shortest amount of time. All right, and we are definitely approaching that point in time, being that we're, again, only 3 weeks away from 2025. We're in the year of the halving. It was in April of this year. And yeah, we're in the thick of it right now, lads. So brace yourselves and stay grounded. Now, looking at the top 100 on crypto bubbles, we got some red, we got some green. Overall, pretty flat right now. But let's go into BTC, because really this is the biggest implication on the entire market. So with Bitcoin right now, as you can see, we've broken back out above 100K. Now, again, I'm expecting a bullish start to the week. And the magnet is up and to the right at 125K. That's our next target for Bitcoin. So you can see we're holding our previous week high over here at 98,000 as support. We want to continue to see that hold. If for whatever reason price does come back down here into the $98,000 region, we simply want to hold the previous week high, the 1 hour 200 EMA, and the Monday high as support. We don't want to see that broken through, because that can mean more downside. We want to see this hold, and we just want to keep pushing higher into further price discovery. And again, the next target, $125,000 for Bitcoin. And we'll cross that bridge when we get there in terms of what's going to come next. But certainly a correction could be due when Bitcoin does make another push up towards 120K. For now, bullish. All right. For now, we're looking for more upside, and we want to see 98,000 continue to hold as support. Of course, last week we had that big flush out where Bitcoin went as low as around 90,000, and that was simply just a test of the range low. Very similar price action to what we had back in 2020, the first time Bitcoin really crossed above its previous all-time high. So long story short, this shakeout last week was to get late longs and leverage flushed out. Altcoins held well. And down here, 88, 89,000, that's a very important support level that likely will get tested again sometime in the not so distant future. But for now, I'm expecting higher prices up and to the right, 120K, 125K. All right, so that's Bitcoin. ETH, on the higher time frames, it looks great. So as you can see, once it broke out of that bottom range down here, which we made very clear was the bottom range down here, sub 2,800, it's been off to the races, right? It really hasn't slowed down much besides the dip over here in November. Other than that, it's really just been straight up. And this is likely going to continue. There's a very strong chance in my eyes that Ethereum will make a new all-time high before the end of 2024. That's 3 weeks away. Okay? 3 weeks, Ethereum to 5,000. It's going to continue to happen very, very quickly. Again, I'm expecting altcoin outperformance here for 1 to 3 months, personally speaking. What are some metrics we can use to basically determine when altcoins might slow down and also when they pick up? Well, certainly Bitcoin dominance is one of them. All right, notice that Bitcoin dominance, when it topped over here at 61.5%, it's put in a very strong move to the downside, around 10%, 11.3% to 54%. It's currently at 55. So what I'm looking for now is essentially a move to 50% for Bitcoin dominance. And this is very bullish for altcoins. All right. When Bitcoin dominance hits this 50% level, it probably will bounce. And when it bounces, when this goes up, there's a direct correlation or an inverse correlation with altcoins going the opposite direction, which means they will go down. But for now, with a move, another 10% drop to 50% from 55%, that's going to cause some major explosive pumps for altcoins, which means that I'm expecting some really, really good times within the next few, say, weeks. Another important metric is, of course, stablecoin dominance. So USDT and USDC dominance in terms of market cap. Over here in October, it was at 5.8%. It's at 3.8% now. We've lost 2% of dominance in stablecoins. Again, we're risk on. The market has a heavy appetite for risk right now. Risk is being rewarded. Risk is being welcomed. It's like it's like you're being tempted. Like throw more in, keep betting. Keep putting more, because the market's rewarding you for that right now. Understand, there's gonna come a point in time when that won't work anymore. So if you keep your risk on attitude in a risk off environment, you get wiped out. For now, because we're risk on, you will continue to get away with it. All right. Now for stablecoin dominance, we're looking for a drop further, sub 3%. All right. We're looking for a move back into these levels, around 2.75, 2.8%, this previous low down here in the charts. All right. When stablecoin dominance goes down, that means stablecoins are being sold into altcoins, which means coins go up. All right, so if we see a move on stablecoin dominance down here sub 3%, combined with Bitcoin dominance going to 50%, imagine the level of pumps we're going to see on altcoins. It's going to be much of what we've been seeing recently. Explosive moves, large caps like TRX and DOGE adding tens of billions of dollars to their market cap in less than 24 hours. Right? This is going to continue for the time being, in my mind at least. So those are some good metrics to look at. I've shared them before, but just to go over them in real time, of course, there's Bitcoin dominance and stablecoin dominance, some very powerful metrics to go off of here. Moving along, so just a quick update on the total market cap, again, in price discovery, and we are approaching our 618 target at $4.4 trillion. We're at $3.6 trillion. All right, so another $800 billion until we hit this 0.618 Fibonacci extension target level. And then you can see the 1.618 at 6.69 trillion. And, when the total market cap is up here like north of 6 trillion, ideally at this point we have made substantial gains and we're at the point of scaling out. right? Because again, you don't want to overstay your welcome and keep that risk on attitude in a risk off environment, because that's how you round trip everything and just get wiped out. Looking at the total too. So the market cap excluding Bitcoin, 1.61 trillion right now. It is essentially about to make a new all-time high past the 2021 peak. All right. So this is excluding Bitcoin. Essentially the market's about to make a new all-time high. Very exciting. And then the total 3 is also, it's making a new all-time high past its peak from the last cycle right now. All right. So all metrics are pointing towards essentially parabolic mania season, altcoins going crazy. We have money flow. Remember, many times in the summer, over the past 8 months, or in the bear market in 2022, 2023, you would have heard me say many times, there's no new money coming into the market. Guess what? It's the opposite. Trillions of dollars are being poured into the market. Trillions with a T. These are the good times. And then the others dominance chart is at a big resistance level at 12%. Of course, this is like your shitcoin index, right? This is the market cap excluding the top 10 dominance percentage. It made its way from 8.7% up here to 12%. So a huge gain, right? 50% basically. But we're looking for this to make new highs versus the previous peak. And at the previous peak of the last cycle, it was up here at 19.5%. All right, so we're looking for this to come back up here and then exceed this. We're looking for altcoins to basically make up a large percentage of the market cap. That's going to be another indicator that things are very overheated, and we want to be at the point of taking profits when that happens. But anyways, that's kind of a broad overall view of where we're at this stage of the cycle. Again, referring back to our Wall Street cheat sheet chart, we're up here. I'd say we're between belief and thrill, like in this level, which means we're basically about to go like straight up vertical in the most exciting part of it all. Again, this is the period of time where the most amount of money is made in the shortest amount of time. So it's really time to like be fully focused and not let your emotions of fear, greed, euphoria, whatever control you, because it will be very easy to listen to those emotions and not do the rational thing. Anyways, that's the overall market. All right. Hope that's all makes sense. Hope it keeps you grounded and keeps you sane right now, because there's a lot of wild stuff happening, floating around, especially depending on who you're listening to. But anyways, let's get into some questions, and then I want to go over some stuff. So let's see. Lucas says, Rio on track to $20. Rio's looking good. Rio right now, let's go to our daily time frame. So we're essentially at our major support resistance flip, and we've already broken through it. We're just back testing it right now, which is quite bullish. All right, we had our downtrend from the high over here in March at $3.14. We broke out of it over here in October. That whole FUD happened with Rio, where somebody proposed a tokenomics change that cratered the price back down here to 60 cents. Broke out again. This time it actually has cleared resistance, and it's looking to back test it at $1.25 and then continue up here to this level at 2 and then the all-time high. So Rio's looking great, right? It's about to break a major support resistance pivot at $1.25, and being that this is a low cap, really the best thing you can do is just let it cook. If you have conviction in this project, you simply let it cook, let it do what it needs to do, and look to sell at a much higher price, especially if you've been holding for a while. But yeah, I'd say it's on track for new all-time highs, Lucas. Let's see. Raul says, your thoughts on the blue elephant on base? I've never heard of that one, Rahul. La Blue Elephant, unfortunately. So I can't give any thoughts on something I've never heard of before. Now, Weirdo, I think is a solid meme. It's just, it's weird, that's for sure. I mean, it's not something I personally like would get behind with a picture like this, right? It's not something that I identify with, I guess you could say. Someone like Murad, right? Cult memes. This is not something that I would like want to be a part of. But with that being said, it's been around a while. The dude from Base, Jesse Pollock, has shouted them out multiple times, so they have recognition from Base, if that means anything. Now, this one, is still at the bottom. All right, so it really hasn't been performing. I don't own any of this. Thoughts on this? Look, if it's going to be bottomed out, it's probably going to happen from these levels. It's quite low, and it's either going to underperform and do nothing or probably pump from here. That's my thoughts. And then Omira AI, I've never heard of it. Omira AI. We just got a super chat, and nothing comes up when I type this in. I'll get that super chat right now. Yeah, nothing shows up when I type this in. I'm not sure about Omira AI. Never heard of that. So big shout out to Brit Boy with the $4.99 pound super chat, my man. Really appreciate that. He says, Crypto Empire crew, I love your work, man. Could you please take a look at Peanut on ETH? 3 mil market cap, 5K holders, past rotation from Peanut on Sol. Yeah, let's take a look at Peanut on ETH. Thank you for the super chat, Brit Boy. So I do know that the dude who, like the guy who owns Peanut, he made his own meme token called Justice or whatever. I think it's called Justice. You guys can fact check me on that. So, I mean, like these are all very high risk speculative memes. I think you guys know that already, but I'll just say it anyway. So let's take a look at Peanut. Let's go to the 12-hour time frame. And we got a super chat from Gagandeep Singh, $4.99. Thank you for that super chat, man. It doesn't look like you wrote a question in. So if you meant to write a question there, go ahead, please write that in now. But anyways, getting back to Peanut on Ethereum. Thanks again, Britboy, for that super chat. From my lens, it does look like it has put in a potential local bottom over here at 1.6 mil with this inverted hammer candle, and also a deviation of this support level. Right, this is the stuff we look for. Call it buying in a demand zone, which we can highlight here. This is how I look at it. Some people are going to say it's Wyckoff accumulation. Whatever you call it, I call it buying value. Buying wholesale prices. You don't want to buy retail prices. You want to buy wholesale. So anyways, it looks like that just happened, right? So if you want to buy this coin, I'd say look for it in this green box, like sub 2.5 mil market cap. And you want to see this level hold, because this is really the bottom before, it started at a 38K market cap, and you don't want to see it go back down there because it's probably a rug pull. So anyways, Peanut on ETH. You want to see it start to trend higher from here, right? Looks like the shakeout's done. It looks like an 80% drop from current price, 86%. So yeah, I mean, that's what you look for on the memes, that 60 to 80% drop in demand. Chart patterns there. Looks like it could send. And let's see, our guy Gagandeep Singh Multani with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. He says, can you please look into Well? I believe you're referring to Moonwell, and we can look at that. So Moonwell, as you can see, I have drawn this on the chart, and it appears to be following the schematic perfectly here. This is the daily time frame, and I shared this in the mastermind last week along with DGen, and they both had similar consolidation patterns and looked ready to break out higher, and they're doing just that. All right, so Well, next target is going to be up here at 20 cents, 19.5 cents. This is a fib extension level. And it has followed, so all the Elliott wave chartists. I think I went over this at the end of the last live stream and went over like the wave, the corrective ABC wave, how that looks like basically. I mean, you guys know the 88.6, it's the same thing. Move in A, B, correct up. Usually you put in some kind of double top M, then your C wave, and then you explode out of it. And usually this is going to line up perfectly with the 88.6 if you pull a fib like that. All right. And same thing right here. So A, B, C. Didn't double top, but it broke this pivot, made a higher high. It looks ready to make a new all-time high and go up here towards 20 cents. Moonwell is looking very bullish. And with that, by the way, shout out to Bob's My Uncle with the super chat. Thank you, sir. We'll look at the frog of base in one moment. But anyway, speaking more about Moonwell and looking at the metrics here for the base chain, it just continues to grow. The total value locked continues to increase. It's at $4.07 billion now. And the volume as well just continues to make new all-time highs. So Base is where it's at. Moonwell is one of the biggest DeFi protocols on Base. As you can see, behind Aave and Morpho Blue for lending. But this is a top 5 protocol on Base. 200 million total value locked. And chart is looking bullish. So Moonwell looks good. And then Bob's My Uncle is asking about OKEG on Base. Let's go take a look at that. Interesting art concept. Very interesting art concept. Good looking chart, right? This is the stuff you look for. So this is like an ascending, broadening cylinder. And typically with these, they do result in a parabolic move when this upper line is broken. All right, so this only happens in bull runs, like parabolic moves like this. So this thing launched over here in April, went parabolic in May, 25 million, all the way back down to 400, 300K, back to 8 million, all right? So it's shown a lot of recovery. That's the stuff you like to see with your meme coins, right? You like the recovery like this. But for now, basically broke out above this high. It's retesting this high. So let's drop the time frame. And if you want to be a buyer, you want to be a buyer, again, in demand at wholesale prices. For this, I'm seeing this green zone from like 7.8 down to 6.7 million. You want to see this level hold, and you want to see a sharp move out of it, break that trend line, and go parabolic, basically. Unless it's going to result, or unless the other option is it happens at a slower rate, right? This is going to be a fast pace if he does like this. If it happens slower, it's probably going to grind for a while, hit this bottom trend line, and then go. But those are the two scenarios I see playing out with OKEG. Never heard of this token before right now, but the chart is looking pretty good. Anyways, appreciate all of your super chats, guys. Now let's get into some news on the day. So a big AI project, DEAI 01 Labs. I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard of it. Some crazy stuff happened today, some FUD. Long story short, let's go look at the chart, and it kind of paints a bigger picture. So it's trading for 66 cents right now. Huge drop overnight. And what happened basically was the AI agent, AIXBT, this thing basically was trained on Twitter. So the owner of this agent fed it a bunch of Twitter posts from all various different accounts, and that's how it learned what it knows. So it's just going off of information it's picked up on this platform. And it's AI, so that automatically generates its answers. But as you can see, yesterday, December 7th, somebody asked the AI agent, AIXBT, what's your conviction play in AI infrastructures? And it responded, 01 Labs and the DEAI terminal. They got a solid team and committed to building. Well, less than 12 hours after that happened, some FUD came out that this team is doxxed, or isn't doxxed, right? They're anonymous, and they've launched other scam projects in the past on the DEI Twitter account, but they deleted those posts. There's basically just a bunch of uncertainty, fear, and doubt around this project right now. So this happens often. Now I am not holding DEAI. I never have been, but I assume many people watching the stream probably are holding it. So anyways, it drops 59% to current price. It is down 38%, from just before the FUD happening, basically. So the reason I never bought this was because stuff never fully added up in my mind in regards to the team. Another big criticism this project has is, the GitHub has like no kind of work being implemented into it. Now look, this happened to PAL the other week, and it did recover. As you can see, here's PAL. It went on to make a new high. And this was because they were going to join the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, FET. And, it sold off, and it recovered right back to where it was. This sold off harder. So I've been caught in a lot of these FUD events. Most of them have rebounded. Some of them have not, like Route. So I'm going to stay neutral and say I have no idea what's going to happen here. I don't plan on adding this on this discount. Maybe that will be a mistake. Maybe this thing will come back with a vengeance and be one of the best performing AI coins this cycle. Or maybe it won't. But same thing I said with PAL. When it dropped, that it's not my particular AI coin like pick that I have conviction in. So I'm not going to divert from my strategy and go chase after this now. Do I think it can come back? It probably can. There's a good chance it can. There's, of course, a chance it doesn't. So this is never fun, watching 30 or 60% of the value of your investment drop overnight. It is awfully suspicious that happened directly after this AI tweeted about it. But I guess that's how it works sometimes. And also, this project DEAI, they pay a lot of people to talk about it. So here's an example of a post that was put out on December 7th, like just before the big FUD happened. And this guy said it was sponsored. I'm pretty sure this guy just started disclosing the fact of his sponsored stuff. He never used to do it before. But that's a good thing. Most people don't disclose, which is very messed up. If you get paid, you really need to do that because it's a huge conflict of interest. But anyways, this is all happening with DEAI right now. And we'll see if it does recover. We will see. But that's my take on the situation. Again, staying neutral. Don't plan on buying it. I don't own any. So I don't plan on selling it either, obviously. But I hope it comes back for everyone holding it, because that is not fun. Let's see. We got a super chat from Dice550. Dice550 with a $2 super chat. He says, can you look at Ape Tardio? Well, because you gave a super chat, I will look at Ape Tardio. Now, here's Ape Tardio. 2.3 million market cap on base, which is cool. Very nice parabolic move out of this bottom. Right, it basically went from 120K market cap in November. 1 month later, it hit a high of 4.3 million. Very nice rally. Very, very nice rally. So I'm not really sure what you are looking for here, but I'm going to assume you own this token and you want to see it continue to increase in value. So with that, you can see that this 2.2 million market cap level is being bid up every time it hits. So basically, you want to be a value buyer and look to buy it at the brief periods of time when it drops below this level, so that it can reclaim this level and continue to pump. Obviously, you don't want to see just a major drop. That would indicate a large amount of selling. You don't want to see that. You want to see the holders stay strong. The weak hands get shaken out and those tokens get bought. So ideally, you want to buy it sub 2.2 million market cap and watch it continue from there and make new all-time highs. But in terms of this meme, look, it's called Ape Tardio. I really don't have anything to say about it. But if you're holding it, I wish you all the best. And we got another super chat. Thank you guys for all the super chats today. Really appreciate it. from Jamario Love. What's Dog's potential from here and open? So Dog Go to the Moon is breaking out today. It's up 13%, $940 million market cap. So it's the #1 runes collection. And on the chart, on the daily time frame, so it is looking very good. Big sell-off today, 100% rally, and at resistance. So your question, what's its potential from here? I mean, ideally, you'd like to see it go to multiple billion, like minimum you'd like to see 5 to 10 billion, but ideally higher from there as the #1 Bitcoin meme coin. So yeah, I think this has minimum 5 to 10x potential, but it can certainly go higher than that. And then open. I'm not familiar with open. Open on Telegram, I'm going to assume. No idea. No idea what this coin is. If this is even the correct one, but all I see is the accumulation lake and the reaccumulation. All right. Anyways, thank you for that super chat. You guys are just, you guys keep on sending them in. Hey, thank you. We got another one from Lee Cola Phi, $4.99 from Lee Cola Phi. He says Jesus coin. Well, let's take a look at Jesus coin. Again, this is Sunday. This is the community live stream. So I want to spend most of my time looking at your coins, and super chats will take #1 priority always. So that's why we're getting to all the super chats when they come in. So Jesus coin, again, pretty classic stuff. Call it a bear trap, call it a move into demand, call it whatever you want. I just look at the chart and see it happen. All right, so you have this support level, $22.5 million market cap. Price bounce, right, bounce. Over here, resistance. Major support resistance flip here, 22.5 million. You broke down through it. You came right into demand, and you're basically trying to reclaim this level. Very, very important level for Jesus coin. All right, being that Christmas is coming up as well, you know, this could be a holiday Christmas play as well, possibly. But, I mean, I think, whatever. I mean, this is crypto, right? Does it... Does the greed and stuff like that go against Jesus's values? 100% it does. But, I mean, this is crypto, so it's... kind of got to keep religion separate, but you shouldn't at the same time. Anyways, yeah, look. This looks like it's going to be a deviation, reclaim, and send. This looks like it's a shakeout. All right, I've seen this pattern a lot, and this is a bullish thing actually. If the coin is going to survive, this is buying it at value. You want to see it reclaim 22.5 million and push to new highs. Very simple. It's already started its uptrend off of the bottom. You can see it's run from 10 million up here to 44 million. It's pulled back to 20. So this is a good shakeout, major retracement from the highs. 65%, that's what you want to see. Let it reclaim 22.5 and pump from there. But yeah, I think buying below this orange line is likely buying value. So that looks bullish. And another super chat from 11-7 Productions for Jesus coin. We did just go over Jesus coin. I hope that helps. Hope it helps. All right, getting into some more news. So more about AI. So OpenAI, which started as a nonprofit, is changing their ways. Shocker, you know, big one. OpenAI to remove nonprofit control and give Sam Altman equity, sources say. So this article, Sam Altman taking advantage of Elon Musk's investment of $100 million nonprofit. And Elon just goes, what a scam. And yeah, largely it is. But it makes me much more bullish on decentralized AI crypto infrastructure projects. For example, Tau or Cubic. And I do recall a year ago, or it was in November, so over a year ago now, some big stuff came out with OpenAI not being open source at all. And Tau went 10x. So this news is very bullish for AI, and ideally my AI bags, and hopefully everyone else's too. But I'd like to see mine pump the hardest, of course. That's just the way things work. But anyways, big stuff here. We got more super chats just piling in today, lads. Just piling in. So let's get to them. Bob's my uncle with another super chat. He says, thoughts on Roku chart and project overall. Project overall, can't speak on it. Can't speak on the project overall. Now the chart. We're going to bump this up to a 3-day time frame. So this thing launched in March at the peak of AI hype. If we grab that first wick. So beautiful rounded bottom. You retested the origin of the pump down here. And you're now back at resistance. So if this is going to play out like a cup and handle, you want to see some kind of bull flag structure form or a handle. And, largely that could be what it is forming right now. And then a breakout higher. So the chart's looking bullish. And yeah, you're basically just looking for that handle to the cup and then a breakout. In terms of the project, really don't know much about it, so I can't speak on it. So anyways, Bob's my uncle. Hope that helps. We got another super chat from my man Matthew Black, $9.99. He says, I've made some great trades with Chomp on base all year, but I'm wondering if it's time to rotate or if it's still a good hold for some more pumps. What do you think? Chomp on base meme coin. I've heard of this one before. I mean, it's just a meme. There's really nothing special about it. I mean, that's kind of most meme coins in the entire market, though. So that's not me knocking Chomp. It's just kind of saying how things are. So should you rotate into something else? Well, this doesn't look like an opportune time, unless you're bought in down here at the bottom, right? But you want to sell high. And this is it versus ETH. It's coming back to the bottom versus ETH. So I don't know about this meme coin. I don't know who's behind it, who's pushing it, anything really. I've just seen the chart. So it's hard for me to say if you should rotate out of it or not, because listen, I've seen these meme coins. Look at Ski Mask Dog again as an example. I've seen them just come back so hard with a vengeance that it's almost like you can't sell the entire position. You always have to leave a moon bag because you never really know what's going to be that next crazy coin. Chomp right now is selling off hard after this recent pump. All right, it's coming back into this level, this accumulation level it spent many months at in the summer. So this is like the bottom end of the chart. I'm not sure if this is just going to die out or if it's just going to shake out more weak hands and then start to rally. But for rotating into other coins, ideally you want to do that at opportune times when this is at a higher value, because you want to sell high after buying low. But if you've been making gains on it all year and you see an opportunity elsewhere, I would say that I wouldn't exit the entire position, because again, you don't know which one is going to be that next Ski Mask Dog. But if you see an opportunity, I would take that trade because opportunity cost is expensive and Chomp could end up just underperforming. And you don't want to be left holding a bag of it while other coins are outperforming it. Anyways, Matthew, I hope that answer helps you, man. All right, we got some super chats flying in. Gilly with a $5 super chat. He says, can you look at Hash AI? And we can certainly look at that. Thank you, Gilly, for that super chat. So, Hash AI. Very strong move off of the bottom, right? This has a chart similar to many coins, but it pumped very hard, right? It pumped 700% or 8x to the high from a 24 million market cap to 200 million. Major gain, currently sitting at 154 million. So this is a good looking pattern up here. Right, we can certainly take a trend line like this. What I would do is I would mark this. We've seen this pattern quite a bit already this stream, but we're just going to go over it again. So you want to look for the deviation if you want a value entry on this. So you have two levels. You have a level over here at 135 million, and you have a level down here from 117 down to 110 million market cap. You want to look to buy the blood. If it does one of these, you want to buy it here, looking for that deviation and reclaim. Or if it dips and it comes down here, you know, you can take an entry here, take an entry here, but you want to see that reclaim of 144 million, chop in range, and then break out higher. All right, but AI coin here, and yeah, I mean, this is, you know, just going off of supply and demand, looking for the inevitable deviation below support. Again, call it Wyckoff accumulation, whatever you call it. Be patient and look for that. And ideally, you know, this thing goes on to make new all-time highs. It's pretty close to that now. So you're just in a bullish consolidation like many AI coins currently, before, in my opinion, the inevitable huge AI pump across the board that is brewing right now. But yeah, good start for this coin off of the lows from the start of November. Now, again, go follow what I just said in terms of the current consolidation that will likely lead to a breakout higher. Hope that helps, Gilly. Thank you again for the super chat. We got another super chat. I mean, you guys are just pouring them in. Shout out to AMC to the Moon, Zenobio, Yasser, Shady, Wade, and Heavy Chevys. I will get to all of yours. We're going to go in order, though. Thank you all for those super chats. All right, so we got a $2.79 Canadian dollar super chat for 4 coins. And being that there's like 10 requests right, or 5 requests right now, it's hard for me to look at all 4 of these and give you a detailed answer. But anyways, FWOG will speed run. So FWOG, deviate, accumulation lake, reclaim, should send. All right, if it's going to stay bullish, it will likely reclaim 466 million and send out of that. If not, I mean, it could come down lower here, but if you're bullish on it, you want to see this act as an accumulation lake and break out higher out of that. Frick, 20 million, new chart, not really a lot of data to go off of here. You're at the all-time highs. So, I mean, you want to see this level break and just go into price discovery and pump. A very kind of basic chart. Your range low down here at 7 million. You see that deviation accumulation lake. Look for these. But yeah, this looks ready to break the high and go. Look. Kind of looks like it is in demand down here. So you want to see this hold. Maybe it ranges, but you want to see this level hold in and start to rally, or probably won't come back. And then prawn. So this thing just had its big 80% sell-off, 90% sell-off, 94% sell-off, and it's already bounced back 7x from that. Bull pennant here. Ideally, it just breaks out higher and continues, but it's a Solana meme coin, so I don't really know what's going to happen with that thing. But anyways, AMC to the moon. Hope that helps. What's going on? Zenobio. So this is basically turned into a altcoin chart request live stream. So I do apologize for everyone who is asking questions, but super chats have priority. So I'm just going to get to the super chats. Thank you for everyone for your patience. Let's see. Thank you for all of your support as well. Zenobio, greetings, bro. Can you recap BEPE chart and thoughts? Thank you, for sure we can. Let's look at BEPE. So BEPE right now, 12 million. It is cooling off after the parabolic pump it did put in last week. And let's go ahead and mark some levels now. All right, so we have this rally-based rally demand zone. Price is in it currently. And the bottom of this is 10.6 million. So the ideal situation now on BEPE is a bullish consolidation after a parabolic 3x move in like 2 days. All right, so we want a bullish consolidation that likely happens like this. Probably will get that classic deviation. That will probably be the point to buy if you see it. Reclaim and then break out higher. But BEPE, bullish meme coin on base. Again, it's one of the first 10 to ever be released on base over here back in March. So it is an original meme that has stood a pretty long test of time, and it's making a pretty roaring comeback right now. So you want to see this uptrend continue for BEPE. And again, the most bullish thing is bullish consolidation. And ideally that happens in this 10 million market cap range before another leg higher. But yeah, a lot of good stuff happening with BEPE. A lot of stuff being built, trying to differentiate themselves on the meme coin front. So, I'd like to see this one continue to perform. But yeah, BEPE looks great. It's just cooling off after a parabolic move. Now, we can put some trend lines on. Something like this, whatever. Doesn't really matter. The main thing I would pay attention to is this green demand zone. Right? Maybe you deviate below it, but you want to see it reclaim and then pump from here further. I hope that does help, Zenobio. We got another super chat from Yasir. 199 in pounds. Thank you, Yasir. I'm not sure what the question is, though. Oh, here it is. My goal is to increase my Bitcoin. Holding as I took a beating from the March drop. Wanted to get into Stacks BTC and AVAX BTC. Is this a good time? Good question, Yasir. So you want to increase your Bitcoin, and you want to do that through trading altcoins. Now, Stacks STX, I am currently long. Okay. I've been long now for a few weeks from late November. Entry down here at around $1.80. So it's up 46% right now, and I am looking for higher targets. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the STX BTC pair, though. And let's find out if you can see some upside. So, Heavy Chevys, we will get to that super chat in a moment, as well as Cryptotonic asking about AI tech. We'll get to you guys, as well as Wade and Shady. Anyways, yes, here. So, coincidentally enough, the opportune time to get into this Stacks trade, even though we're just kind of going over the past now, but I put that alert out. I took my entry on the 15th of November. All right. So it's up now 28% versus Bitcoin from that date. However, does that mean the move is over and it's late? No. Why do I say that? Well, at that point, you were well below the daily 200 EMA. All right. You had the nice daily time frame bullish divergence printing, as you can see. Everything you look for to point a bottom was there. All right. And you pump right back up to the mean at the daily 200 EMA. Now, in a bull market, this is what happens. You really deviate to the upside from the daily 200 EMA. And again, that's right at current price. This is the weekly chart now. But what you're essentially looking for is one of these types of moves, one of these big expansion moves. All right, like what happened over here back in March when it pumped 150% versus Bitcoin. From the bottom to the low, this thing went up 255% in 4 months, 123 days. Again, these altcoin cycles, they usually last for like 4 months, 3 to 5 months. And here's another example of an altcoin cycle lasting exactly 4 months. All right, so, and being that we started an altcoin cycle in, say, a lot of them bottomed out in September, but really November election day was the bottom for many. Look for this current altcoin cycle to take us into early 2025 is what I've been saying. But anyways, STX versus BTC, yeah, I think you'll be all right. Again, you're right at the daily 200 EMA. You can see the breakout the last time it happened. That was in December. And then 87 days later, 3 months later, it went up 190%. You're at the same exact point on the chart now. Long reaccumulation below the daily 200 EMA. You're looking for that move, expansion, 100 to 200%. Maybe it does go higher, but I wouldn't try and overstay your welcome, because if you do, you know what happened. You already said you got wrecked. So, yeah, I would say STX is a good option, especially where it is now, right on the daily 200. And then your other one, AVAX BTC, we'll take a look at it. So this one, as you can see, it's already breaking out, right? It's at a different position than STX. STX is here, running the daily 200. AVAX is up 20% off that. And the last time it broke this level convincingly, or the daily 200, it rallied 157% in 40 days, in 1 month and 10 days. So every coin's going to have a different cycle. They're all going to top out at different levels. And if you do have a mega pump like 2021 here, to the current price to the high in 2021, it went up 300% in 4 months. Yeah, so being that we're in bull market, we are in the bull market 100%, right? This is the time when these crazy parabolic moves do happen. And on AVAX BTC, you got a nice range forming here. All right, so I would say if you see it come down to these levels, you should look to buy it and look for that, mega pump in altcoin season to sell your AVAX back into Bitcoin. But both of these stacks and AVAX, safer options for you. And you're basically at a moment where if you wait a week, it could be up 50%. So, look to buy value, look to buy dips, but definitely if you want to make that trade, understand that I think time is of the essence, and we're at a point in time where altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. So, yeah, it's a good time to look to do stuff like this. Hope that helps. Yes, sir. And let's see, Shady Shades with a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. He says, hey, Connor, amazing job on your channel here. Can you look at the meme coin called Harold on Solana with a market cap of $2.79 million? Sure, we can. I can see we've already been live for like an hour. I really have only looked at super chats. I really would like to get to everyone, but yeah, I mean, we're just kind of going. Super chats will always get priority. Anyways, Harold on Solana. So I mean, we've all seen this guy before. I think everyone's familiar with this like meme or this guy. So this chart, by the way, I've never heard of this meme coin before. I mean, we're charting a $3 million meme. Now look, all I see here are the higher lows and the horizontal resistance up here. You get this one. Horizontal resistance at 4.8 million. So ideally, you continue to put in this kind of ascending pennant formation, and then you really pinch hard, you coil up, and then you just break out. That's what it looks like it's doing. I like this chart. This is that new chart accumulation look. It's just a matter of will this one actually pump? But, you know, low market cap, a very clear accumulation going on. I know that from the subtle yet obvious higher lows. Horizontal resistance. This is one of them. I mean, just this as well. There's no volume either. No one's selling anymore, and buyers are going to come in and pump this thing, or people will start selling. If buyers come in, it's going to stay the same, or sellers will sell here and push the price lower. You don't want to see that happen, obviously. But yeah, something like this, it looks like it could pinch and run. That's Harold on Solana. Thank you, Shady Shades. And let's see, Wade Lorang. He says 5.0 or $5, I guess. Thank you for that $5 super chat, Wade. He says, will Doge on base network and only has 1 mil market cap? So I think you're referring to the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. And this is mainly on ETH. However, I do believe, let's just confirm if they are on other networks. I think they are on Solana and Base. Yeah, they're on Base. Cool. So this is their official contract from their website. I'm just going to grab it, copy, and paste it. And here we are. So we'll go with the liquidity pool, this one with more liquidity. And this one has a 279K market cap. I wouldn't really, the price is the same as the Ethereum version. So I would personally use the Ethereum version to chart. And I'm going to assume that this is the Doge you are referring to. So we're going to use that one to chart. Again, same exact price as the base version. It's just a different market cap, and you don't have the history of this chart. Now, this thing is still looking fine. It is taking a bit longer here, but I mean, it still looks very bullish to me. You know, it can come back and retest 140 million market cap and just be another retest of this breakout trend line and then send. But yeah, Department of Government Efficiency, this is a play for Trump's inauguration on January 20th. So it probably does pump leading up to that. That would be my suspicion. And then that date might end up being, say, a sell the news date. But anyways, hope that helps Wade Lorang. And here we go, Heavy Chevys with a $20 super chat. My man, thank you, sir. He says, forget our coins. What are you entering in and feel good about? That's funny. Let's talk about one of your moves in today's inflated market. That's pretty funny. I didn't expect that. I was fully expecting to go and chart another coin. So you did catch me off guard. Let's see, my moves recently. So I did take a GOAT trade, but I got stopped out of that last night. I closed my Blur trade in profit. Last night up here at like 43 cents after entering over here at like 32 and 30 cents. let's see. I mean, I'm mainly active trading and holding my positions, like my altcoin positions. I mean, my newest addition for low caps, it was OORT a few months ago now, like down here at the bottom. It is a bit late now, obviously, but I mean, this thing's still a small market cap. But this is like my latest fundamental low cap addition. 70 million market cap now. You know, buying it down here, my first entry was 8.8 cents. All right, so it is up basically 3x. However, I do see this one being a major performer, which is why I bought it in the first place. But yeah, I mean, I'm taking trades actively, and I'm sitting on my portfolio. I have not aped into any new memes recently. Of course, I did make that PEPE video, and they were gracious enough to, you know, give me some. And I haven't sold a single token. But yeah, that's kind of my most recent moves. Things like that. Also, Ace, I've said I've been long on this in YouTube videos, in my gaming video. But I'm looking for this thing to pull a massive, massive move here. And it's already starting, although it can erase, you know, the small amount I'm up in a short amount of time. Right, it's up 10%, which is cool, but I want to see this thing flip the daily 200 EMA, which it's at right now, and get back up here and give me some multiples in December. Look at it right at the daily 200 EMA. It looks ready to go. Good one though, Heavy Chevys. Appreciate your $20 super chat, sir. It's a good one. Let's see. And we got a super chat from Cryptotonic AI Tech. And AI Tech, it looks good. I was looking at it today already. So here's your daily time frame chart on AI Tech. Yes, here's my very articulate drawing of an accumulation lake. I know it's pretty good. It's a pretty good drawing. But anyways, here's your accumulation. I have to change the color of this. Right, so you basically broke resistance up here at 12 cents. You flip your daily 200 EMA, which is currently at 10.8 cents, just here. Broke out above it. Now you're basically just putting in like a handle of a cup and handle. And I do expect this one to send hard. So AI Tech is looking bullish. This is not a coin that you trade in and out of per se. Of course, you could do that. But, you know, this is a coin that you're probably going to have the best results simply buying it low and planning to sell it high. And it is still relatively low now compared to where it can go. So yeah, AI Tech is looking great, Cryptotonic. And it does look like it wants to, you know, put in another leg out of this handle of the cup. Here's the big cup. Here's the handle. This likely is going to lead to another breakout higher. Simple TA, but that's all you need, especially in a crypto bull market where things are going up and to the right. Just being able to spot the consolidation and having the patience to only enter when it's at the lower end of the consolidation, that's all you need to make millions of dollars this bull market trading. Wait till the consolidation in the uptrend, buy at the bottom of the consolidation, wait for it to break out higher. This has broken out, it's consolidating. I'm expecting it to break out higher. Hope that helps, Cryptotonic. And let's see, a $5 super chat from Cali Gold. My man Cali Gold. What's going on? Thank you for that super chat. He says, Marvin Inu on ETH is looking good. It's Elon Musk dog. 16 million market cap. Can you chart real quick? Goodbye, question mark. We can take a look. We can take a look at it. Marvin Inu. And Wade, I will get right back to you. Thank you for another super chat, man. But yeah, we'll look at that in a moment. Marvin Inu. So this is Elon Musk dog, apparently. $16 million market cap. Yes, this is the correct one. All right. So, pretty bullish. This thing was going sideways for a long time. Here's that nice, that dead looking chart usually marks a bottom if the coin is going to perform, or it will just continue to stay dead. But I mean, at times of maximum risk reward is when your chart looks like this, when it just looks like it's dead. That's usually when it puts in one of these moves. Anyways, you had that. You came and you retested the previous highs. Great, strong retest, and very good reaction out of it. And with that, you did drop 82%. So if you were waiting for the 80% dip, you got it, and then you were able to catch this nice swing of, 360%. But now what do? Well, if you're bullish on this coin, is it a good buy right now? Again, going off of what I just said, it broke out. It's now in consolidation. So up here at the higher end of the consolidation is not a good buy per se. What did I just say? You want to buy at the bottom of the consolidation. Now look, the bottom of this consolidation, it's going to be down here. It's going to be down here from like an 8 million to a 4 million market cap. So it's tough to exercise the patience because you have that thought in the back of your head. What if it just goes and it breaks out without me? I'm going to miss the entire move. That's the crypto trader's dilemma, you can say. It's always the fear of missing out. But if you're going to stay patient and you want a good buy, well, according to my analysis, a good buy would be down here in the green zone. All right? And then ideally you break out. But you would want another retest of the bottom. This usually does happen to shake weak hands out. And then ideally you start to uptrend after that second retest. It would be a double bottom as well if this happened. So that is Marvin on ETH, and that's my take on whether or not it's a good buy at current price. I hope that helps, Cali Gold. And let's get back to our guy Wade Lorang. So he says it's the Doge on base only. Okay, so my mistake. Yeah, I thought you were talking about this Doge, which is also on base, but apparently there's only one on base. Let's see. This one, I do assume. Let's see. 1 mil market cap. I mean, the only one I see is this Doge at a 450K market cap. So wait, if you're still here with me and you can share that contract address, just so I know I'm looking at the right one, that would be great, man. That would be great. Because I'm really not seeing what you're asking me. And I don't want to spend too much time looking for this coin that I really don't know which one I'm looking for. So Wade, get in that contract address, please, in the live chat, and I'll look at it right away. All right, guys. All right, we have a little hiatus from Super Chats. I appreciate every single one of you for your support. It means a ton. Thank you. Let's get into some other stuff. What else is going on in today's world, in the crypto world? So going more off of AI, the new CEO of Binance, he tweeted out today, what are your thoughts on the future of AI and crypto? And now everyone's like, oh my God, Binance is done listing meme coins and that they're now going to list AI coins. And that could be true. That definitely could be true. Let's see. Wait, I'm still waiting for that contract address. Anyways, so if they start listing a bunch of AI coins, well, that's very, very bullish for the AI sector in general. Now, if you look at coins like Tau, Tau appears about to make a new all-time high. This has been brewing for a while. So this is going to break out soon, probably this week or the next. OXO back up here at its all-time highs. Remember how much hate I got for OXO? Even though, I first started sharing it like down here. Well, here it is back at the highs. Congrats to anyone who, bought the lows or any time thereafter, as long as you didn't buy the absolute top, which, I mean, that's totally on you. You're in a profit now. I mean, I am up a few X's and I'm looking for this to continue. But yeah, OXO is looking great. Render looks ready. FET also is looking good. Cubic right now is still in this consolidation. Cubic is my low cap pick for AI, I guess you could say, even though I do have others. This is my main one. Sub $500 million market cap. Look, they're talking about AI XBT and Zero, bro, creating AGI. Like, come on. Like, you think I'm going to go buy that over Cubic? You're mad. You were mad in the head. I think Cubic has a very bright future ahead. But yeah, AI in general, guys, I mean, it's a very primed up narrative, and a lot of these coins are looking quite bullish. So I feel like I've done what I can to like cover crypto AI and, do my best to find some good picks and share them. So yeah, now we basically just sit back with our popcorn and watch it unfold. And again, where are we? We know we're like between belief and thrill. So we want to get out between thrill and euphoria, or between euphoria and, say, complacency. We want to get out, not on the way down. We want to get out up here. And for many of these coins, they are about to put in these types of moves, right? Tau, new all-time high, straight up vertical, etc. So be on the lookout for that, and don't get blinded. Don't think you have to keep on shoveling money into the market. Ideally, at this point in time, you're positioned. Because again, Ethereum's above $4,000. We're pretty late in the cycle. Ideally, you're positioned already, and now you simply sit on your hands and you wait for its time to scale out. But we'll see if Binance goes on a tear and starts to list a bunch of AI coins. Time will certainly tell. Time will tell. All right, so Wade Larang, unfortunately, I guess he might have dropped off out of the stream. But he's asking about Doge on base, the only one, and this is the only one. 450K market cap. Wade, this chart, it pumped. It's come all the way back down to the origin of the pump, as you can see, basically. And look, you're at value levels, you're at demand. So ideally, if you're a holder of this, you don't see it break past 350K market cap. You see it form a base and then pump again. But I have no idea what's going to happen. Anyways, Wade, I appreciate your support in those super chats. We got another super chat from Dice550. He says, how high do you think Ski can go? Well, Ski back to 350 mil. There's the opportunity window from last stream. So, I mean, this thing's on a fast track to $1 billion right now. Like, it's really just, it's like Brett back in March. So probably will go at this point to 500 mil to 750 mil. Have a big correction, right? Like up here, 750 mil. Correct, base out a little bit, and then go hit $1 billion. But yeah, this is on track to go to $1 billion market cap. This thing is no stopping in sight. Insane stuff. Very insane stuff. Anyways, Dice550, that's my Ski prediction. Can it go past $1 billion? Of course it can. But I'm going to say your first, the next milestone is going to be $1 billion market cap for Ski Mask Dog. No ceiling in sight for this. And let's see, Wade Larang says, I'm not tech savvy. It's the one with the picture of Elon. Thank you for another super chat. So the one with the picture of Elon. Only on base. So Wade, the only one with a picture of Elon here that I see is the one on ETH. This one. Let me double check though. Yeah, it's the only one that has a picture of Elon. This one has Trump and Elon on it. So anyways, definitely some miscommunication here. Miscommunication. But I guess this one, yeah, listen, I'm going to assume it's this one. So third time's the charm, I suppose. We've looked at a lot of doges today. So pump, sell off. Again, consolidation is likely going to happen from here. You want to be the buyer at the bottom end of the consolidation. So when you see it like at a 350K market cap down here, probably going to be a good entry unless it just dies altogether. I do know that this is not the official Doge, so I don't know if this one's going to last. But yeah, you want to buy it at the bottom end of the consolidation range, and ideally it pumps for you from there. Wade, I hope that helps, brother. I hope that helps. Let's see. Dice 550 says, "What's the next ski for you? LOL." So let's go ask the magic crystal ball. Unfortunately, there is no magic crystal ball. Now, what's the next ski? Well, let's see. Ski Mask Dog is a coin that I called in the hype season of base over here in June. So, if I've learned anything over the time now, it's to trust myself, because I can obviously pick good coins. There's hundreds of coins on base. I called maybe like 10. You guys can fact check that for me. But my official call is from my channels. Ski Mask Dog was one of those few. Okay? So again, I'm just going to trust myself. Maybe, I don't know, but possibly it could be a coin I've already called that's going to come back to life. I don't know. I truly don't. Did I expect Ski to do this? No, I didn't. But again, I've learned to trust myself. For whatever reason, I was inspired to buy Ski Mask Dog over here and let everyone know publicly that I bought it in June. Was not paid a dime. Simply my own analysis, my own kind of intuition and gut feeling. So I'm going to continue to trust myself. Maybe the next ski is something I've already called. I don't know. Could it be something come back from life? Maybe, I don't know. But there's coins on base that I'm personally waiting that I think are going to come back very, very hard. A few of them are here on the watch list. Boda, 1 million. I've been saying this one's going to come back. If anyone bought the bottom, it's up like 6x or whatever. Dig, Doge and Glasses, Sleeper. Maybe this one comes back. I don't know. All I'm trying to say here is that, I've called a pretty small, relatively speaking, a small amount of coins on base, and Ski just happened to be one of them. So I'm just going to trust myself in the coins that I have. Maybe it could be Kendu. I don't know. But, yeah, it's probably going to be a coin that is like very low and that goes to very high heights. I don't know what the next ski is. I wish I could tell you. I wish I knew for myself. All we can do, we're just speculating at the end of the day. All we're doing is speculating on future prices. Sometimes we win, and sometimes we lose. And sometimes we have the greatest trade or investment in the history of mankind with a coin like Ski Mask Dog. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But going back to that window of opportunity, if you ain't ready, willing, and able, you're going to lose the chance. So, Dice 550. I hope that helps, man. I hope that helps. All right, guys. Thank you for all of your super chats. I just spent the last hour plus going through super chats. I love you guys. You're awesome. Unfortunately, YouTube takes like 30% of it, but whatever. I'm still grateful. And Matthew Black with the 199 super chat. He says, Lucy on Sol is looking good. Well, Lucy on Sol. Okay, so it basically just took a little longer than expected. But this is all one gigantic, again, using my terminology, accumulation lake. We're seeing through the matrix over here, lads. But anyways, yeah, it just broke out of it. Reclaimed the major support resistance flip at 161 million. And it looks good, like you said, Matthew Black. The time to buy this would have, of course, been in the accumulation lake. But you could buy the breakout if you do expect this to push to new highs in December. And this is like a Christmas meme, Catholic Church meme, so it could happen with Christmas around the corner. Anyways, shout out to everyone here in the live chat. Shout out everyone. Appreciate all you guys and all of your support. Thanks for smashing up the like button. If you haven't smashed that like button already, smash it up. Let's go look at a tweet from our guy, Cousin Crypto. Cousin Crypto, yesterday, December 7th. He says, there is no euphoria right now because few people have made money. And this is pretty true. I mean, depends what coins you were holding. All you needed was one and you'd be up huge, of course. That's the nature of the beast. But anyways, he says basically two types of people are cooking. One, early meme speculators. Also, the few that bought Bitcoin and held the lows. I'd say also the people that bought, stuff in the bear market. Some dinos, HBAR, XRP. I mean, HBAR at one point in time was one of my main picks. I rotated it out though. I did put a lot of it into Tau, and then made some other trades. But anyways, right, you would have been up big if you would have done that as well. So I mean, still the grand scheme of the market, most people are really not where they want to be just yet. A few people are. He says, it's now time for everyone else to start making money too. He says this is his favorite part. And again, going back to the Wall Street cheat sheet, being that, in my opinion, we're now past belief basically into thrill, or right in between belief and thrill, I agree with Cousin Crypto. We're at the part of time where everything basically goes up, right? It's time for Bitcoin Cash's annual pump to $1,000. Right, it only does this in bull markets, but we're in the bull market, so it's time for Bitcoin Cash to put in its annual pump to 1,000. It's already starting, as you can see, and it's time for everything else to go up. Right, here's Bitcoin Cash. This thing only pumps in the bull market, then it does nothing in between. But down here at 100, it's now up here to 600, 6x on Bitcoin Cash from 2022 to here. But yeah, I agree with Cousin Crypto. We are at that moment in time. And exciting times ahead. So predictions are getting crazy. Max Kaiser says he's raising his target for Bitcoin from 220,000 to 2.2 million. So a bit of an exaggeration. And these are the headlines that need to happen in bull markets. Basically to get people to keep on piling in before the whales inevitably, decide to sell massive amounts and short on leverage and have a huge crash. But this is all bull market stuff, bullish propaganda basically. Don't fall for it. Understand again where we are in the cycle and that the good times don't last forever, unfortunately. Some more bullish propaganda. So Amazon So shareholders have put forward a proposal to assess adding Bitcoin to its treasury. Just more bullish propaganda. All adding more fuel to the fire. Same thing as 2021 when Tesla said they're adding Bitcoin to the balance sheet and they're going to let people pay with Bitcoin to buy Teslas. Same stuff. This bull market stuff. Remember all 2022 and 2023 when every headline was negative, right? That's bear market stuff. This is bull market stuff. They flip a switch and just make it. It's all manipulation. If you can understand that, you'll be all right. But don't fall for it fully. Don't go full tilt. And some bullish stuff for real world assets and Ethereum in general. So the U.S. Treasury report says tokenization has the potential to unlock the benefits of programmable interoperable ledgers to a wider array of legacy financial assets. I mean, look, they want a central bank digital currency, but it's very bullish for, our real world asset coins, RWA, as well as Ethereum in general, because that's where BlackRock's building their real world asset fund. So, I mean, we're in the bull market. We're in the thick of it. Bullish propaganda everywhere you look. Bitcoin's above 100K. Like I said, Bitcoin Cash is going for its annual pump to 1,000. Litecoin's pumping. XRP's pumping. This is obviously the bull. So yeah, again, all I'm doing right now, I'm taking active trades and I'm sitting on my spot investments. That's all you need to do, right? Don't feel like you got to do everything under the sun. Anyways, we got more super chats, man. We got Spy Paint E. Thank you for the super chat, Spy Paint E. He says, thoughts on Cheeto Vera? He's not the greatest fighter, but I'm going to assume you're not talking about him and you're talking about a meme coin. I mean, he's still pretty good, but in terms of like the best in the world UFC, he's pretty mid. So let's see. Cheeto on base. $10 million market cap. So again, one of these charts where, I mean, look, you wouldn't have expected this, right? Like this thing was literally random date, October 16th. The low market cap was $30,200 and the high was $30,500. This thing literally rose from the ashes and you're at 10 million now. So, I mean, that's like 300x from mid-October. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous gain. So if it is going to continue, going to the strategy that I've shared this entire stream, going back to it, you want to buy at the bottom end of the range. You want to buy at value. That's going to be down here for Cheeto. That's going to be down here from $5 million to $2.8 million market cap. Again, your patience probably will get tested and it might just break out without you if you're waiting for an entry. But ideally, it comes here, deviates the lows, reclaims, chops, pumps, breaks out, retests, and flies. That's Cheeto on base. Hope that helps, Spy Paint E, and thank you for that $2.50 super chat. Another super chat. Thank you, Gilly. You guys are crazy. So Gilly says, what are you thinking on exit strategy? It's a loaded question with a ton of variables. Sell before summer, buy back in the fall, roll profit down the line as each narrative hits and holds and be grateful. Thanks. Definitely a loaded question, Gilly. Now, in terms of, exit strategy, everyone's going to have their own kind of variables to it. But I think a very smart thing to do would be to have, a separate wallet that you just kind of continuously, whenever you have a good trade or one of your bags pumps massively and you take profit from it, your call if you want to denominate it in Bitcoin or stablecoin, whichever you choose, have a wallet that you just send your profits to and you don't touch. You don't put it back into the market. Again, we're at the point now where there's no point in doing all this stuff for being obsessed in the crypto market, watching the charts 12 hours, 14 hours a day, stressed out over it, losing sleep, whatever. There's no point in doing all of this if you don't make it real. All right, so you say here, roll profit down the line as each narrative hits and holds. Like, you could do that, but I would say, you should do that with a small amount of your profit. You should not be looking to put your profit back into risk. Again, we're in a risk on period now. It will go risk off. And when it goes risk off, everything crashes and burns. And if you're caught in, still risk on in a risk off environment, you get shafted and it's not fun. All right. So, in terms of, say, calling tops and stuff like that, just go off of the basic metrics that I shared at the beginning of the stream, right? Bitcoin dominance, stablecoin dominance is going to be more reliable for that, I would say, right? When it gets down here sub 3%, some bells just start going off in your head like, damn, we're super overheated and these altcoins just pump massively. Like, it always is kind of obvious, but that euphoria always kicks in, saying you want more, you want more. It makes you stay. It makes you keep on taking risks. If you can identify when that happens, identify that trigger, recognize it, that's a very good time to sell and take profits off of the table. Whenever you're like, all the basic stuff, sending screenshots to your friends. Look at this one, guys. Like, don't send a screenshot. Just sell the damn thing and be happy and be grateful, like you said. But yeah, definitely a loaded question. I don't recommend. There will come a point in time where you can try and compound your portfolio. Of course, that's risk. There's risk in that. But, in general, whatever profit you make, you should be looking to make it real. Because there's no point in doing all of this for years to just keep on putting it back into the market. You got to take it out and you got to move on and do what you want to do with your life. So anyways, Gilly, I hope that helps. I hope that helps, man. Anyways, we've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. And all I did was answer super chats, which I'm totally cool with. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support and for your contributions today to the channel. I mean, it means a lot. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I was not able to get to many of other viewers' questions. But I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. Super chats are always going to get priority and be answered first. So, yeah, I hope you guys understand that. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. But we are going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream right now. I mean, it was a loaded one. It was a loaded one for sure. Where, again, we spent most of our time reviewing your guys' questions. So, hope you guys got some value from today. And I appreciate all of your support. You bought my lunch for tomorrow with those super chats, so that's awesome. Thank you. Get something nice. I'm joking, but whatever. Thank you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. Stay up, stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night.